Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan the Skeptical One.
I'm Erin the Believer. I feel like I have nothing but content.
Oh, I cannot wait because I was sitting here thinking, and I've got nothing.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
we watched The Nun last night in our movie night.
Oh, it was so good.
I had a nightmare about nuns last night.
Did you really?
Like, we watched that movie, and yes, it was scary while we were watching, but I was not scared,
Right.
as soon as the movie ended.
Yeah.
There's something weird about those movie nights because it's hard to be scared, like super duper scared.
Right, because we're laughing and
Because,
being
we're
silly.
all there, we're all talking, and I'm looking down at the computer a bunch, and
Mm-hmm.
I did not think this movie is going to seep into my psyche. But I had this terrifying nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
That, first of all, we're still in the snowy hell. I cannot wait for all the snow to melt.
It's on its way.
It's happening now. But in this dream, my car got stuck.
Oh no.
Probably because I got stuck 3 times 2 days ago.
I heard that secondhand through miles.
Oh, my Lord. I had to get rescued 3 times.
Oh my
gosh.
was
so embarrassing. Anyways, so my car got stuck in my dream.
Yeah.
And I was with Sophie. And we were, of course, in front of a huge, creepy church.
Oh.
And the nuns walked out just to see if we needed help, except that they were the creepy nuns with the blacked out face where you couldn't see their faces.
I feel like they weren't just there to see if you needed help.
No, I don't think they were either, Megan. I don't think they were either because they didn't ever talk to us. But they were just in the background and their faces were not there.
You're like, no, we're fine, guys. We're fine.
It was so creepy. And we kept we're going to have to walk to get help. And then we kept walking and I kept looking back and it just felt like they were getting closer and closer.
Ew.
And then I finally woke up and my room has a weird energy when I wake up at night. It's so dark and it feels like somebody else is always hovering over me.
What if you have a mild nightlight, Erin? It's okay to be scared.
I don't think
scared, afraid of the dark.
I don't think I could sleep with the light on.
Just a little bitty one.
Oh, gosh.
So then that way, when the demons move, you can see where they are.
Yeah, this is also ignorance is kind of bliss because what if I saw a shadow? Oh my gosh, that's horrifying. Yeah, that's too much.
It's best to just not know what's there.
Right. But it does feel ominous. Waking up all by myself. Ellie makes all kinds of weird grunty noises all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
So anyways, that was
terrifying.
Apparently entering my psyche.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
I mean, it was a good enough movie that it definitely, if I were just sitting there watching it all by myself, I could see being scared. But you're exactly right. There's so much laughing and our Patreons are so fucking funny.
They are hilarious.
They are on point.
I'm almost like, why do you guys listen? You guys are so funny
you
without
should
us.
have your own podcast. I'd really like to listen to you guys.
For real.
Oh, they're hilarious. So anyway, so it's just always so much fun. But that was a good movie.
It was a good movie. The Nun, which is currently on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me, I have come to terms with the fact that it was not.
Erin argued this point throughout the entire movie, despite how many people told her it was a different storyline.
Yeah. Okay. So in the Conjuring universe, the lady who plays Lorraine Warren, she is in all of those Conjuring movies. And this is a Conjuring world. She even starts the movie. She's in the Nun at the very beginning.
Right.
But then they cut to this it feels like we're going back in time.
Oh, we're definitely going back in time.
And it feels like a younger version of Lorraine. You know why? They look identical. You know why? It's her real daughter in real life. Why would they hire her? Why would they cast her if it's not supposed to be her when she's younger?
She's a really good actress.
I don't care. I don't care. You're disqualified. The whole time I'm like, at some point, they're going to call her Lorraine. And it never did happen.
It's always Irene.
They're too close too. Irene and Lorraine are pretty close.
Really pissed you off.
It really did.
Maybe somewhere down the line it'll be like her sister.
Oh.
Like her sister Irene. Nope, Josephine will tell us, nope, that's not at all what's going to happen.
Come on, Irene. That's all I'm thinking of now. I don't know. It was annoying that she was a great actress.
Yeah, she was.
She looks exactly like her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that was confusing.
Who's also a great actress. Yeah.
Who's also in this universe. Anyways, it's fine. I'm over it. I'm not even bothered by it anymore.
And if you're old like me and you don't understand when they keep saying universe, I'm like, we're all in this universe. What are you talking about? Erin had to explain it to me that all of these movies are tied together by The Conjuring or by
they're all the Conjuring storyline. So
that's what she means.
That's a universe.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that from my nerdy husband in the Marvel universe and the DC universe and all that jazz.
Okay, whatever.
It's fine, whatever. Okay, another weird thing I learned tonight.
Okay.
There is an actor. Guess what his name is?
I mean, that's pretty wide open.
It's personal to me.
Aaron Sexton.
Aaron Taylor.
Oh, really?
Isn't that weird?
That is very weird.
It's like Aaron Taylor Johnson or something.
Oh, he should just drop the Johnson.
Yeah. Isn't that so weird?
That is so weird.
He was in the movie that my kids and, Sophie and Kevin were watching when you walked in. You said, how's this movie? I said, it's good. I had just looked up I really hadn't looked up the actor. I looked him up only to see if he was from somewhere other than America because he slipped when he was trying to say a name. And I was like, he's not American. That's not an American accent he's trying. And I have to know that I'm right.
Of course, because you're like, I know my accents.
Yeah, he said Rita. And I was like,
no, hold on.
I'm sorry, Ryder. You're not saying that the way we would say the rider. Rita. No.
Not that that's wrong.
It's not wrong. It's
not
just
how we would say it.
I love when I can spot it. Like in Twilight when he goes, so you're worried. I'm like, no, you're worried. I love it and
gotcha.
I hate it. I'm like, oh, you can't fool me, Edward. Anyways, so yeah, I looked him up, didn't even look at his name. And I said, oh yeah, look, I was right. And I showed Kevin and he was like, oh yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was like, Aaron Taylor Sexton. What are we talking about? Why are you dressing me so formally right now? But anyways, isn't that weird?
That is very weird. And now I want to look him up.
Well, he's not as cute as me. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
And there was one more thing. Oh, you wanted me. I told you that I'm still holding on hope.
Oh, yeah. Aaron thinks something big's going to happen January 20th. Mm-hmm. Well, first when I first came in, she's in mourning because she thinks TikTok is actually going to.
I really think it's going to be gone. By the time y'all are listening, it's gone.
And nothing's going to take its place. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's just a matter of time before
something's probably
Schmick Schmock comes out and we're all got algorithms again.
I think Instagram and Facebook are trying to take its place, but I don't want them to win. And they're not as good. They're not as good.
They're not going to do it because you have to buy the algorithm, right?
What do you mean you have to buy the algorithm?
Like you have to buy, listen, I don't know at all what I'm talking about. But I think that what makes TikTok so alluring is that, well, a lot of things. It's so fast-paced. It's so fast-paced, but it's also...
I would have said paced.
Well, that would be wrong. Fast-paced.
Okay.
Fast pace.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick. We're talking speed here.
Yeah, paced, but like past tense.
Paced? No. Pace.
No. You're the one who said it in the first place.
Yeah, because I am dyslexic and I just messed up the last letter. Paste.
I'm not saying
like
paste, P-A-S.
Toothpaste. I'm saying paste.
I was saying P-A-C-E-D. Paste.
Oh, fast pace.
Duh.
It's so fast paced. Duh. Anyway, what are we talking about? TikTok. Okay, so that, and then it's also got this perfect algorithm.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's why people love it so much for their algorithm. And I don't think that Facebook has that.
Yeah, but I think Instagram is trying to do that.
Oh, I haven't been on Instagram in I don't know how long.
It's not as good as
and
TikTok.
It's pictures. Like then they need to get rid of all the pictures. It should just be videos.
And I don't want Mark Zuckerberg to win anything.
Hell no. Does he own Instagram too?
Yeah, he bought it out. It's all Meta. I know it sucks. I don't like any of it. Have you heard? This is like old news now because we're recording this on what day is it? The 17th?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all aren't going to hear this for like another week and a half. But like all of everybody, like so many people switched to
Blue Sky?
The red.
Oh.
It's called like the Red Book or something. Not the Red Book.
Sounds dirty.
The Red Note. It's called Red Note.
Oh.
And it is literally like Chinese TikTok. And it's like, oh, you're going to take away our TikTok because China's reading our data.
We'll just go to China.
Turns out we'll sign up with China directly. We'll skip the middleman. It's hilarious to me.
Oh my gosh, that is a risky little game we're all playing.
I haven't done it yet.
Yet.
But I'm getting nervous.
Oh my gosh. I just always think it's so funny, like information. I'm like, what information do you want from Megan Mattingly?
Right.
And this little, scammers would definitely want it. People who want to take advantage of my bank account But I really don't think China's going to get much out of my bank account. You know, like, what do you want? What do you want to know?
My bank account's so little.
Yeah.
Like, what do they care about it?
Right. Exactly. So I don't know.
Bigger fish to fry.
I really feel like they might have bigger fish to fry.
For real. But I'm holding on hope because, now listen, again, we're recording this on the 17th. By the time y'all listen to this, it has been a week and a half.
Yeah, this was the other information Aaron told me.
Apparently, there's some big meeting happening at midnight on the 20th. So, like, before the inauguration.
Okay.
And it's like the current administration.
Okay.
Why are you meeting at midnight? That seems weird.
Why wouldn't you just meet now and go ahead and do it?
That's true, but I think something's going to go down. All of, like, Trump just moved his stupid
inauguration,
thank you, indoors, which I don't fully understand this.
Are you telling me that, like, Biden and Harris and everybody are, like, about to bomb the inauguration? That's what you're making it sound like.
No.
They're going to have the like, they're putting on black war paint. Like, you guys ready? Because outdoors, we're going to, like, what are they going to do?
I think, and this is what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I think they're finally going to come through and be like, here's what we've been, like, here's all the evidence. We finally have it laid out. There's, like, no denying it. And then, because Trump was like, every one of my followers should come to Washington, D.C. And so there's, like, a ton of people there now. And it's worrisome. I feel like he is preparing for, we're going to get bad news. World War III. So we need to have as many people here who can do my dirty work because that's what he likes to do. And the TikToker I watched did make it sound very interesting on why they're moving inside, which made me was like, that is suspicious. I don't remember why now though. And at Kamala Harris's little signing of the desk, which I did not know was a tradition of vice presidents.
Okay.
They signed some old desk.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I don't know. They've been doing it since like the 40s.
Okay.
But anyways, she went to go sign the desk and they were like, what's next for you? And she said, we're going to keep working until Monday and then we're going to keep working. And then she walked out. Like, she smiled. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Doug smiled, her husband.
Okay.
And then they walked out. What does that mean?
I just feel like they're positive people.
Maybe.
I'm skeptical. I feel like, I know, I get the temptation to fight it tooth and nail. I really do. But I just feel like at a certain point, we just have to accept reality.
Yeah, at a certain point. I'm not there yet.
Okay. Well,
like, once we're in play, I'll get depressed with you.
I just feel like this is hype of this big dramatic moment that I'm like, that's not really the way politics work. I mean, it's not like when was the last time you saw like a big, huge political move? No, it's like C-SPAN and it's the most boring, like, here's all the evidence. What are they going to do at midnight? Nowhere's open. Like, what are they going to do?
I don't know.
Who are they going to go to?
I don't know.
I think Congress is like, we're sleeping. We're getting ready for the inauguration tomorrow.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know. I just don't want you to get your hopes up.
Oh, my hopes are up.
Amazing, but also very scary.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very
a whole
scary.
lot of things. Just a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
And
I hope nobody that we love is anywhere near Washington. Like, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, don't go. Golly.
And Michelle Obama's not going.
Yes.
Which
Michelle.
I'm like, I love that for you, but I'm also like, I wonder if she's like, oh, I'm not going to be there where it's going to be so dangerous.
No, Michelle wouldn't go either way.
Yeah,
Michelle's too classy. So cool. Too classy. That broad. She's like, hell no. I love that. Her. Chad posted on his Facebook, like, you know how she says, when you go low, we go high.
Yeah.
Or when they go low, we go high. He said, when you go low, I don't show. Like, I'm not coming to that inauguration. I'm like, that's right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyways.
We'll see. I mean, either way, it's January 20th is going to come. Something is going to happen.
Yep.
One way or the other.
Yeah. I'll either get to ride this high.
What if a time leap happens and we just like
rewind?
Now, that would be lovely.
That would be so nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. Except then we'd have to do Christmas
I'd like to
all
go back
over
to
again.
Obama years.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go back to
wait.
that time.
Oh, but then my kids will be little again.
Ooh, will I not have any? What year was that?
You won't have any.
Oh my gosh, let's go back and revisit that.
You will be pregnant.
Glorious.
Unless it's like
damn
the start of Obama.
Oh no, I want to go back to the start. Heck yeah, let's start. Let's start everything back over again.
My Lord, that sounds exhausting. I don't think I can handle that.
I think it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I bet it does sound that for you. You still have like 7 years of just your body being only your body and not life-giving. Oh, good grief.
They're fine. They're fine. I have been with my daughter all week long because her babysitter has the flu. So it's been bring your daughter to work day. And I feel like this was just like a pretend week. Everything I started, I did not finish. Like it was babysitting while working. And of course, she was living her best life. Everybody gave her all of the attention from the kids to everybody. I mean, she is hilarious. She did absolutely flick off my boss, which was pretty funny. She had like a little marker top. First of all, she's obsessed with the middle finger, but she normally just does the pinky finger and is like, Mom, like she's pranking me.
Yeah.
It's the middle finger. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's like, no, it's not. It's the pinky. I'm like, girl, I got eyes, but okay, I'll play along. So, but anyway, she was playing with this marker cap and it was like, you saw this whole thought process. She's like, puts the end of the marker on her middle finger. She like looks over at Christy, my boss, makes like direct eye contact, and you saw this little twinkle in her eye. And we're all just kind of like watching, like, what's she about to do? And then she just, boom, flicked the middle finger right off. Christy died laughing. So then she's like, oh, this is it? Like, I just got to flick everybody off. I'm like, put the finger down. It was hilarious.
That is very funny.
Yeah, she's a mess.
So funny.
She really is.
I know it's probably, I know from experience that your own kid can drive you nuts.
Yeah.
But man, she cracks me up.
Well, what I'm noticing is, of course, she does drive me nuts, but then I will give it to her. Like, I'm realizing there's something a little bit different about this one because every single person like just dies laughing when they're around her. And I'm like, that's not really typical. She's got perfect timing. She just really is. She's a little comedian and she's very funny and she lands almost every time.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. I didn't get any work done this week, but it was also kind of like a light week back. So it was the perfect time to bring her back. We all had a good time. We all laughed a lot together and at her and with her. So it was fun.
And then next year when she's in kindergarten, in my class, she'll be flicking the bird with...
Oh, yeah. Totally.
With marker caps
It's definitely going to happen. I'm going to get some notes home.
It's like a middle finger censored.
Yeah. She's like, it doesn't really count, does it?
No, it's like it comes with its little block out square.
But then when she overheard me telling that story to somebody, she totally... she was right kind of behind me. And while I was telling it off, she really for real did flick me off. Like, you going to tell that story? And I'm like, oh, now hold on. We're going a little too far there, my friend. Oh, a hot mess.
Oh, gosh.
Again, laughter roared. So she's just going to keep doing it. So sorry.
Yeah. You all have to stop laughing at that.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, I can't. I'm horrible about it. I'm like, it's so shocking to see a little, just, and mean it. Like, like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. What are you going to do? Just prepare everybody.
Well,
we have so many stories tonight. Are you ready for one?
We do have a lot of stories.
You all did so good delivering stories.
I know.
Keep that coming for sure. My story is from the lovely Kim Shari. Perfect title for this.
What?
Still blaming my sister.
Oh, yeah. Been there.
Hello. My name is Kim, and I am literally obsessed with your podcast.
Oh, that's so nice.
Well, Kim, we're obsessed with you already. We love it. My good friend Birdie, I'm telling you what.
Are working hard.
If you were not already a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Girl, I might get you again. My good friend Birdie.
Sounded like a threat.
I thought it kind of sounded
like
sexy.
A sexual threat.
Well, but like in a good way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's a threatening so much as like...
I don't mean threat, but like I'm going to do it. I'm going to do something.
Like I was coming on to Birdie. It's fine.
Like when someone's like, was that a threat? Oh, no, it's a promise. Never mind. It sounded like a promise.
Yeah, a sexy promise. Birdie, I'm going to get you again, and I meant it. Now, tell your wife, all I mean by that is fan favorite. I am married too. My good friend Birdie has shared a lot of her spooky, scary moments, and she has encouraged me to do the same. Once upon a time, ... Just kidding. We're going to do better than that. Okay, Kim, bringing it. So this one is a little bit more on the emotional side, but it is cray-cray. A few years ago, my grandmother passed away. I'm so sorry, Kim. And it was a very emotional experience for all of us. That same night, my sister was up late watching TV in her room, and all of a sudden her door opens, and she sees what looks to be a shadow of a woman staring at her.
Ooh.
She thought it was me, and she started talking to it. Like, what do you want? But there was no response.
How dark is it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess light enough to see a shadow. and it turns around and walks into my bedroom and closes the door. So my sister is out here shitting her pants, terrified, but doesn't go check on me.
Well, wait a minute. At this point, does she realize it's not Kim?
Well, I guess she realizes it. She must realize that it's not her, and because it just turns it's not responding.
Ugh.
Just turns and walks into the sister's room. So my sister is out here shitting her pants, terrified, but doesn't go check on me. Like, what if it was a demon?
Or a person?
Yeah, right. Somebody, a real live person breaking into your house.
Yeah.
Little does she know that I am a spiritual girly, and that night I was having a dream that I was talking to my grandmother.
Aww.
And in the dream, she walked into my room, and then she sits at the foot of my bed. So morning comes, and we're both eating breakfast, and that's when my sister decides to give me an attitude and ask me why I was being weird last night.
Oh, so maybe she doesn't know.
She does think it was her.
Kim, I'm confused.
Okay, well, let's see. Maybe she'll clear it up here. Me, confused as hell. Okay, join the club, Kim. Just kidding. Sorry. I tickled myself. Okay. Sorry about that, Kim. Okay. Me, confused as hell, is like, I have no clue what you're talking about. Then she tells me what happened, and I'm just sitting here, a spoonful of oatmeal sitting in my mouth, shook.
Oh.
When she's finished telling me what happened, I told her that I did not wake up last night, nor did I go to her room. And then she looks at me, and then I look at her, and then we look at each other. Like,
Ooh.
Who was it then?
Oh, but Kim knows. It was Grandma.
So I'm guessing the part that that freaked her out was that there was no response. Like, that's still scary, even if you think it's that person. I'm like, Kim, what are you doing? What are you doing, Kim? And the person just turns, and I can't really see who it is.
Yeah.
And they just walk into the bedroom. I'm still thinking, well, that was Kim, but that was really weird. Like, why would Kim be like that? So then she tells the story, and then they're both sitting there like, Kim's like, I didn't get up out of my room all night last night.
Yeah. Oh, that is weird.
To this day, I believe it was my grandmother, because if I don't believe that, then that would just be even more spooky scary.
Yeah.
Hope to hear your thoughts. We love a good mix of witchy woo-woo and skepticism in this household. Kim, the witchy woo-woo girl.
Oh, that's perfect.
I love it.
Yeah, Kim is like me with the nightlight. Like, I'm going to believe that there's nothing there. Or for Kim's sake, I'm going to believe it was my grandma.
Yeah, sure. Let's just go that route.
Way more comforting.
Well, okay. But that is an interesting thought to think, like, that Kim's dream was happening in live time.
Yeah, but then it's not a dream.
Then I guess it wouldn't be a dream. But what if it was? Like, what if there was some way, like, she's eyes closed, visualizing it, and was like almost like Freddy Cougar. I'm not calling your grandma Freddy Cougar, Kim. I'm just saying, like, you know how those dream, like, they would be dreaming it, but then it's like actually happening in real life.
Yeah.
That's a weird thought. I mean, I don't believe in any of it, but it's a weird thought.
Yeah, that would be weird and so scary, because that means the nun was actually in my room last night.
Here's what I would say. I'm going to throw this out there, Kim, because so even though this is a sentimental story, I still feel like Kim is allowing me to go full on. Like, she's like, I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
We like skepticism. We like woo woo. We like it all in our house. So I'm just going to go for it. And also say that if it was your grandmother, I'm so glad for you that it was.
I love your customer service voice comes in.
Yes, that's right. But I think that what if it was her sleepwalking?
Oh, what if it was Kim sleepwalking?
Yeah, Kim sleepwalking. Kim's dreaming that dream, and like maybe even in her dream, she's like following the path of the grandmother. She's up. She's not responding.
Oh, that's so creepy.
It is so creepy. But then, of course, she has no recollection of it. She was asleep.
Yeah. It's like Mike Birbiglia.
What? Who's that?
I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast before.
Oh, that's right. The guy who killed his family.
No.
Oh,
not at all.
Sorry, Kim.
That's a different podcast. But no, that story's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But
sleepwalking. No. He said he was sleepwalking.
Mike Birbiglia. I don't know how to
no
say
idea
his
who
name.
that is.
He's a comedian. He's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Orange is the New Black, and he wasn't very funny in that show, but you would recognize him if you saw him. But
I'm recognizing this whole conversation.
Yeah, he's got a sleep disorder where he acts out his dreams. And so he has to sleep in a special locked like a zipper sleeping bag every night.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
And he like travels for his job. Like he's a traveling comedian. That sounds horrible.
It sure does.
I think he's like jumped out a window before.
My gosh, that's awful.
I know. Crazy. I think about him too often, I think. I mildly like his humor.
What's he look like?
Oh no, not I'm like average Joe. Like okay. I could have gone to high school with him.
Hey, I like an average Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's fine. I mean, he's not like unattractive, but I'm not like, oh my.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah. I mean, you could. And you'd be like, oh yeah. He's fine. Looks like any other guy I've ever met in my life.
I get in that sleeping bag with him. That's all I want to know.
I would not. You would not get in this. It would be dangerous. What if he's acting out something violent?
Oh, sorry. It was getting hot.
That Mike Birbiglia talk is really heating things up.
It really is. Thinking about that violent sleeping bag.
That's horrible. I know. Okay, so I could actually truly see sleepwalking, and that's really creepy.
Yeah, I'm going with sleepwalking. Super creepy.
Yeah.
Neither of you are the wiser, but still a great story.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like it.
Yes. Thank you, Kim.
I'm going to like that you wrote in. Thanks, Kim. I'm going to read a longer story, and then you're going to finish us up with a little itty bitty one, right?
There we go.
Okay, so this one is called Nothing. There's no subject line.
Okay.
This is from Leanne, she, her.
Love it.
I promised I'd write again once I had time to gather my thoughts. So here's a story from about 25 years ago.
Ooh.
I got married young, right out of high school. My husband and I moved into a second-floor apartment in the small town where I grew up. The space was above what had once been a sundry store, a kind of all-in-one shop like a dollar store. As a kid, I loved it, especially the slushie machine.
Of course.
Ooh, can you imagine living above a slushie machine?
Ugh, I'd be there every day, all day.
It would have been a problem.
Yes, like it would have been a problem.
Something would have had to happen.
Interventions.
The apartment itself was spacious. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and an open living/dining area.
I love this place.
I know. Slushies on tap.
And an open living area?
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
Okay. This is right after she got married. I had to remember how old she was.
Yeah, maybe as an adult, I wouldn't need such an intervention. I was in like a 12-year-old kid.
I was just about to say, I don't know how much difference it would have made, however old I was, but to each their own. I just bought myself a Mario Kart game,
yeah,
so it's fine. A whole play system. Like I'm a kid at heart. It's fine. Okay, so the apartment itself was spacious. I read that part.
Mm-hmm.
It was partially furnished, and we were paying only $300 a month.
What?
Dang, this was 25 years ago.
Oh, that's right. But still.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like 25 years ago, I was living by myself, and it was a lot more than 300.
Slushies whenever you want, spacious upstairs, $300 a month, and partially furnished.
Okay. Where was this at?
I don't know.
Okay.
But sundry, wherever they say that, which might be
England.
In England or China. I was very confused by Google's response. But also, we're probably going to cut that because she was wrong. So,
or was she? Or was she?
We were lucky, we thought. Oh, we were lucky, we thought. We didn't spend much time at home since we were both working and hanging out with friends. Mostly, we just crashed there to sleep. But weird things started happening. One night, my husband lost his wallet. He'd left it on the dresser, but it was nowhere to be found. Then there was a planter I had, shaped like a turtle, which kept moving.
Oh,
maybe it was a real
moving?
turtle.
Do you mean like it's in different spots when you come home, or like do you actually see it like slow? Because that would be trippy.
That would be really scary. I'm imagining it's just in a new spot.
Okay,
I could be wrong though. Speaking of which, I had to feed a turtle medicine tonight, and I did so good.
How do you do that?
Very carefully. I'm gonna break for a minute because this was quite harrowing. Poor Rosie had a parasite. Disgusting. That's gross.
That is gross.
But anyways, I had
a little embarrassing. You're just throwing it out there for everybody.
I know. Sorry, Rosie. It was also like, sorry me. Whatever. I keep telling people, like I've told people for years, I'm like, you should get a tortoise. They're the easiest pet in the world. Turns out, if you're doing it right, they're not that easy. Like it's actually a lot of work, and we have not been doing it right, and we just discovered this.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's a lot of shame involved. It's fine, but I'm doing better now. Once you know better, you do better, and that's right. Where we're at. So she had a parasite, and we had to give her medicine twice, like once, and then wait 2 weeks, and then give it to her again.
Mm-hmm.
And first the vet was like, no, this medicine's really bitter. So like, see if they can flavor it with dandelion or something she loves. I'm
dandelion.
Like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I went to a special vet pharmacy.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, this stuff is so bitter. I'm like, so like, y'all are freaking me out. Like, is she going to eat it? And they're like, no, she's going to hate it. Like, there's nothing you can mix with it that she will eat.
Well, then why would they even have it?
But it's the only thing that gets rid of this parasite.
Oh, the dandelion.
No. He didn't even have dandelion.
Stuff.
He's like, I'm just going to put marshmallow because it's the sweetest flavor we have, but it's still going to be horrible.
Okay.
I was like, great. He said, if I was giving this to a dog, you can kind of like hold a dog down and shoot it down their throat.
I get it now. He's mixing it with a flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were like getting like dandelion oil.
No.
You were doing the mixing. He's going to do the mixing.
Yeah.
I got
He's mixing it all. And it's apparently so gross. He's like, you're just going to have to shoot. Like, I don't know how you're going to do it.
Because he tasted it. How does he know?
I don't know, but he's like, every animal we give it to despises it. I'm like, cool. And Rosie, like, now that we're treating her better.
Especially parasites.
Oh, that's true. We want them to hate it.
Yeah, you really want them to hate it.
That's why it tastes so bitter. But like, now that we've been treating her better correctly, like, I thought I was treating her really well, but like, now we're treating her correctly. Okay. She has been like happier.
Okay. Well, I want to know how you're doing. What are you doing differently?
Oh, we had to get some light. We did not have that. Okay. Our vet was like, she should be under that 12 hours a day. I was like, okay. Nobody told me that.
Calm down.
And then she was like, well, how often are you soaking her? I was like, soaking her sounds dirty. What are you talking about? And they're like, she needs to be soaking like twice a week, like for 30 minutes each time. Wow. Okay. Did not know that. She was like,
did you look up anything when you got a tortoise?
I did. I swear it didn't say anything about soaking her. Or maybe it said something about the light, but I missed that part. I don't know. So it's fine. Now she's getting it all. She's like the best treated tortoise in the world.
Now, some of those years of abuse before.
Remember how I said she acted like a kidnapped patient or like a kidnapped person? She
really was one.
She really was. But she's doing so much better now.
Oh, good.
Except that like she was starting to trust me a little bit more, and then I had to shoot her with that just shoot it down her throat. Like she ate it the first time and was like, bitch. She looked at me like, why would you do that? And I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. Like, it's for your own good. I'm so sorry. And then I had to wait 2 weeks to give it to her tonight. Actually, I tried yesterday. Okay. And she's like, I'm not eating anything in front of you. Because the only way I could do it was when she was going in for a big bite of kale. Just shoot it down her throat. And she trusted me enough the first time that it wasn't a problem.
She's a smart bitch now.
But this time she was like, if you're here, I won't eat. It's fine. I will eat when you're gone. Sure enough, she did. So I had to do it again tonight. Like I had to try tonight. Because last night she ate all the kale when I walked away. Whatever. I tried tonight, and as soon as I like put my hand up, she like ducked her little head. Yeah, and I was like,
she knows.
Dang it, she's so smart. But I got it eventually. She was pissed though. She like licked her little. I don't know. It's like a beak. They got like a little beak and was like. Got me again, but it's okay. I don't have to do it ever again.
Yeah, for the rest of her life,
as long as she never gets another parasite.
We better start soaking her more often.
She also smells so much better. That whole room was so stinky, and it like turns out they're not that stinky when you're doing it right. I feel horrible. I've made my poor daughter sleep in that room with her.
I know.
4 years. And I was like, you got to close that door because the whole house smells when you leave it open. It's just like, I have to live in it. I'm like, I know.
Oh, it's your choice.
You wanted a tortoise and this is the life you chose. And now I'm like, turns out I'm not even that embarrassed. Like we can have people over again.
Oh, you should be embarrassed, but not for the smell anymore.
I wouldn't have the vet over. I'm very ashamed. Like we might have to find a new vet.
Yeah, I think so.
Not because she did anything wrong, because
she was lovely.
She taught me everything.
She knows all your dirty, dark secrets.
I'm so embarrassed, but now you all know it too, so it's fine. Okay, let's get back to this turtle planter. We were reading a story.
I know, I love that in this story it's not even a real turtle.
Like, it's a planter.
Hold on, tell me about how you take care of your real live tortoise.
Oh, rosy content, everybody. Okay, then there was a planter I had shaped like a turtle, which kept moving. Every time I came home, it seemed to be in a different spot. I thought my husband was messing with me, and he thought I was moving it. So we ended up blaming each other. Something strange was definitely going on.
In the neighborhood?
How did they...
something strange
in the neighborhood.
How did they come? Like, did they finally confront each other? Like, you're moving this.
Were they like, who are we going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Sorry, we had to
Turtle
complete it.
movers.
I couldn't think of anything else until we said that line. Okay.
That's how I feel every week. Every week when I sing something, it's because I can't move on.
Can't. You're stuck. Okay. So what was your question?
Like, did they finally say, like, why are you moving this?
Yeah, or were they just both thinking it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess eventually she wrote the story.
Right, eventually she knows. We started telling our friends about it, and one day we decided to throw a party. I went to the grocery store for snacks. I don't think they threw the party because of this.
And I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I don't think they were related.
So you all want to come over and see if you can watch our tortoise thing? Maybe it might move.
Right.
Sounds like a blast.
I mean, I would love it.
You sure would.
I went to the grocery store for snacks, and when I returned to the apartment, I set the bags down on the kitchen floor and went back to the car for the second load. When I came back,
on the floor. An interesting choice.
Putting the groceries on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have dogs or kids.
Okay, maybe.
And in bags. They're not like
I'm not judging
willy-nilly.
It. Just saying that's interesting. I would always put them on a table.
Maybe she's just like setting them inside the door.
Like just opens the door real quick, puts them inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, apartment. You're just trying to go quick. Okay, I got you.
You said you weren't judging, but it
wasn't
judgy.
I wasn't judging.
On the floor, really.
I was just noticing. I was just thinking it's interesting how people do things differently and how you just always think that people do it the same way until you're like, oh, there's people out there who put their groceries on the floor.
I put my groceries
Interesting.
When I used to have the prime parking spot before Kevin's stupid Tesla. It's so gross. I hate that we have that. I'm so sorry, world.
Right.
Anyways.
It's his fault.
I used to be able to park up by the pantry, and then I would bring them in, and I would fill up the pantry like a counter. But when that filled up, I'd put them on the floor.
Okay.
Okay. Again, in bags.
Sure.
It's not like raw meat on the tile.
Yep.
Okay. When I came back, every cabinet and drawer in the kitchen was open. Oh my gosh.
That is movie-esque.
Yeah. Fridge, freezer, microwave, everything.
Oh, shit.
That's
is
crazy.
Weird. That is so weird.
That is so weird. I just shrugged it off. What?
Okay.
Jokingly said, that's so sweet. And went on with my day like they're helping her.
Like, you are the most, Leanne, the most positive person in the world.
You're either the most positive person or the most passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Because that would piss, like if I was a ghost, I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Sweet.
I'd be like,
yeah, it's like they finally saved up enough energy to get everything open. You're like, so cute of you. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much. That's such a big help.
Like the nicest ghost
You're
ever.
Such a big help, you little ghost. She's so irritating.
That poor ghost masculinity is down the drain.
And went on with my day. But later, I found out that when my husband got home alone, the ghost, as I jokingly called it, would turn on the bathtub.
Oh.
Oh, that ghost is also like, girl. And by girl, I just mean like husband.
Get on in here.
Get in this tub. You stink.
Or you stink, or like, I'd like to see you
sexy
naked.
Time. Ooh,
yeah, I'd like to see you naked.
Time.
Want to take a bath?
All right, little pervert ghost.
Right? Sounds like a Megan ghost.
Right.
I would get in the sleeping bag.
Yeah, I know you would. I have no doubt. My husband thought I'd come home. You haven't even seen him yet.
Who I'm picturing in my mind, I would totally get in the sleeping bag. Just an average Joe, but he's cute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly how I would describe him.
Mm-hmm.
My husband thought I'd come home, but when he checked, no one was there. The tub would be full of water, even though he never ran the bath. So it sounds like it happened on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
The weirdest part came the night of the party. Our friends brought a Ouija board. It's actually properly written an Ouija board, but that sounds horrible.
It does. A Ouija board.
But it should be because it's a vowel.
Ouija board. I always hate when that happens.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible. O's should not be vowels.
Like the other day I had to write an SRT call because SRT call. Doesn't make sense to say a SRT call. it sounds like another acronym. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. But Anne.
I know, thank you. It really was hard. The way you said that. That's horrible. I know, it really was.
I hate it. Okay. Our friends brought an Ouija board.
Just say a Ouija board.
A Ouija board. But you're doing it right, Leanne.
Yes, you're doing it right. English is weird.
Yeah, and I don't like it sometimes. And of course, we played with it. Things started to talk to us. Talk as in quotations. And we had a whole experience.
Is that in quotation?
No.
Oh, okay.
At the time, I chalked it up to the dramatic people we were surrounded with. We all love drama, so it made sense that a Ouija board would work, right? I roll. The next day was even stranger. Well, okay, maybe she's going to go back into it. Are we still chalking it up to the friends? I mean, Megan is, but
yeah.
My husband and I were watching a movie about the Rat Pack and JFK's campaign. Is it the same movie?
Tell me the name of that movie.
Was it two separate movies? It's so random.
It's a documentary that links some weird things in there that I never would have put together.
Yeah. As Frank Sinatra's character sang, the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack. I was totally thinking of Breakfast Club.
Me too.
Are they called the Rat Pack?
I don't think they were.
The Brat Pack?
Maybe it is the Brat Pack. Yeah, it is the Brat Pack.
Look at me go.
We were both thinking the Rat Pack instead of the Rat Pack.
Yeah, but now I got you.
That does make sense. Why? Why are you watching Breakfast Club and JFK's campaign documentaries? Okay, as Frank Sinatra's character sang, I heard rhythmic finger snapping coming from the second bedroom.
Ooh, this ghost loves.
Horrible.
Loves Frank Sinatra.
Something about a snap? That feels...
Because it takes so much energy.
Yeah, it really does. It's hard to do as a person.
Yeah.
A living one.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of.
I don't... Kind of.
I'm pretty good at it, but
yeah, but like it took... You just know how to do it. It's not like it's a very distinct sound. Shut up. No one was in there. No one ever went in there because that room had no electricity. The lights didn't work. The plugs were dead. It was just a dark space. So we were both freaked out. I peeked inside, expecting to find an explanation. What I saw... No, I'm kidding.
What?
I just got I didn't even read ahead.
You're such a jerk. She stopped and gave me this look like, are you ready for this?
Maybe it is. I just haven't read it. I just wanted to freak you out. What I saw was the chain of the ceiling fan clinking against the bulb. I was relieved. I had an explanation, right? But then I remembered there was no electricity in that room. Nothing worked in that room.
Oh, what season is this?
The ceiling fan shouldn't have been working, and it stopped abruptly. Just cut off like someone flipped a switch. It never worked again. So it's like swinging, and then suddenly she looks at it, and it stops. That is really creepy, and you're not going to be able to explain it, and that makes me so excited. We were thoroughly freaked out by then. The apartment was old, and it didn't have central air. We had a window unit in the bedroom, and we kept the bedroom door open so the cool air would flow into the living room. But on the night of the Rat Pack movie, I got up to close the bathroom and closet doors before bed. You know, monsters. As I went to close the closet door, we heard a loud noise coming from the living room. I turned to my husband asking, what was that? This is where I got scared. When I turned, I saw a dark, thick shadow moving between us. It seemed to come through the door and out the window, an odd direction for a shadow, especially since there was a light on in the room. There was no way a shadow could be floating between us like that. It was super weird. We didn't have much time to think about it because we needed to check out the noise in the living room. Oh, I'd be like, well, that's enough.
Right.
Let's just be done.
I think we found the source of the noise.
Right. And they're going to bed. That's the worst because they're tired. I kept a baseball bat behind the door for reasons I can't explain. I grabbed it and opened the door. The box fan, which had been sitting near the bedroom door, had been tossed across the room.
This ghost hates fans.
It's fascinated by them. Either hates it or can't get enough of them. About 15 feet toward the kitchen. There was no way it could have moved on its own. Something had to have thrown it. After talking about it, I went into the kitchen and grabbed a big can of Morton salt. Oh, look at you. It's like the Allison in Hocus Pocus.
Or the Skeleton Key.
We got to watch that movie again because I don't remember it.
I sprinkled salt across the doorway and window in the apartment. I figured whatever was in there wasn't getting out. It seemed to help. I also said out loud, "That's enough. I don't have time for your shenanigans. I need some sleep." And everything went quiet. The next person who says shenanigans, that makes me want to watch Super Troopers. Hey, Farv, what's that name of that place? Shenanigans? Oh, gosh. I'm not recommending that movie. It cannot have aged well.
No, definitely not.
But man, it was funny back in the day. The weirdest part, my husband's wallet showed up on the table the day we moved out. The turtle planters still moved around, and the cabinets always opened when we brought in groceries. Always?
Always.
We didn't see the shadow anymore, but I made a point to say hello when we came home from then on. That apartment was one of the strangest places I've ever lived.
Well, yeah.
It left me wondering if we ever really know what's going on in the space we inhabit.
You don't when there's a squatter.
There is a shadow figure between them, Megan. That's not a squatter.
Yeah, but it's just a shadow.
Okay, there's a fan chain.
Car.
Explain that one.
Okay, well, my first thought was, I wonder what season it is. Are there windows open? Because a ceiling fan can pick up air and it can spin.
Okay, but nobody ever goes in there, so why would there be a window open in there?
Well, I mean, you still might want the air to come through.
Okay, but how... Oh, if something is blowing from the wind, it doesn't abruptly stop. She uses the word...
the wind stops.
No, it doesn't. It's still going to sway to a stop.
I knew that pissed you off. Okay, but this is going to piss you off even more. Even though, like, this sounds like it's an old room, the whole thing is very old. Structure. So does this room not have electricity? For what reason?
I think that's part of the mystery.
If it had a ceiling fan in there, then it once had electricity.
Yeah, but electricity won't work in that room.
For 99.9% of the time. But all of a sudden, it like kicks on for whatever reason.
The fan is not moving, just the chain.
No, I read it. The fan was moving.
No, the chain.
The fan is moving and the chain is like clink, clink, clink because the fan is moving. And then the fan stops.
That's even creepier. The fan's bigger. How's that abruptly going to stop? Let me look.
Well, because do some fans do that?
No, they don't.
I mean, not the fans that we have, but...
No, shut your
Maybe
face.
The fans in England.
The fans in England stop on a dime.
They might.
No, they don't.
I've never been there. What if they do?
They do not. Okay.
What they do in this story?
Okay. Oh my gosh. What I saw was the chain of the ceiling fan clinking against the bulb. Nothing about the fan moving.
Okay, read the rest.
I was relieved. It had an explanation, right? But then I remembered there was no electricity in that room. The ceiling fan shouldn't have been working. And it stopped abruptly. The swinging stopped abruptly.
No, I think the ceiling fan, like when she references the ceiling fan shouldn't have been working.
I stand that is even creepier. That is a big thing to suddenly stop.
Leanne, I need to know this. Do you live in England, girl?
Where are you at?
Where
Do
you
your
at?
fans magically need no, what's the opposite of momentum?
What?
Like,
it just stops.
Right. Do they lose momentum so fast that
Are they
it stops
on a
dime?
track? Are they on a track that when you turn it off, it's like, stops?
That's weird. That's not how
You're weird.
Any fan works.
Anyway, and then other than that, I'd say a squatter who's trying to be very helpful with the groceries.
Every door open every single time they bring in groceries.
That would be very helpful.
I will take a squatter for the planter. Sure. Who cares?
Wouldn't that be very helpful?
Oh my gosh, Megan.
It would be.
No. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe it's a squatter. Ridiculous.
Either way, I'd love to visit this apartment. It sounds amazing.
It does sound great. Don't forget about the
and
slushies.
Get a slushie. Yeah, I'm totally. Don't you think I forgot about the slushie? Why do you think I want to visit?
Do you know how many times I'm like sitting here late at night and think, "Ooh, I wish I had something sweet," and I don't, because I don't keep that stuff in my house normally.
No,
because I will eat it all.
Right. That's why. Because those thoughts come in at night. That's why we don't have anything sweet in our house.
If I could walk to a slushy place in my pajamas
all the time
and not start my car or even probably lock my apartment door, you better believe.
Yeah, that would not be a healthy thing to do.
2 seconds. And really, that's like a dollar store.
Yeah.
One night you want a slushie. One night you want an ice cream chocolate bar.
Oh, yeah, Leanne, I don't even need to know about the ghost. Did you do this? Do you have the same temptations that we would have?
Yeah.
Because you'd have to, in order to be a healthy person there, you'd have to have a lot less temptation than we do.
Yeah, I would really need for that place to close at like 4:30 in the afternoon every day.
And that might not even stop me.
I know. Like I couldn't figure out a way to get in it. It's in my building.
You could like cartoon style, like
yeah, there's a
cut a hole.
There's some back door.
Times.
That's right. I could get in there if I really needed to.
Oh, love it. What a great story, Leanne.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so are you ready for some fan favorite action?
I'm ready.
All right, well, tonight's fan favorite is like a obvious. I cannot believe we have not picked her yet.
Okay.
The lovely Hillary.
That sounds crazy.
I
know.
We
haven't picked Hillary?
Nope, we never had. I double checked.
That's crazy.
I went back into my messages and she and I have a lot of exchanges, but nothing about a fan favorite. So
after Hillary gave us the most unexplainable story I think we've ever had in the history of this podcast.
Hadn't asked her yet.
That is a failure on your part.
Well, failure, or some might say serendipitous, because she says the timing of this fan favorite is perfect because she has the perfect thing that she would like for us to plug.
Oh, well, then there it is.
Here it
Fine,
is.
you're forgiven.
Okay, so it took her a while to get it to me. She said she had to edit the fan favorite letter that she was creating. She was
preemptively.
She was so excited.
Or was it after you asked? Was she just like, I know I'll eventually be one. Here's my letter.
No. She said, "Eep," with like lots of exclamation points. It's my mom's birthday and I'm mid cake bake.
Oh.
And then she said, no, and yes, what an honor. She's just like all over the place. And you don't even know the best reason for me to be a fan favorite. I'll fill you in tomorrow when I figure out the whole situation for the show.
Oh.
So, and then Hillary, she entered her fan favorite acceptance letter.
Oh, wow. Very formal.
I know. Into our, it was so long and beautifully written that she had to write it into our email, which is so amazing because our email, I can turn my phone and I can see it big. When you DM me, I can't turn it and it doesn't get big. So I was so excited for that moment. And then I read it and I was like, holy cow, Hillary. So I am going to give you a trigger warning. Hillary does talk about domestic violence. She is going to share her story with us. And I think that is super brave and amazing. And that is like my dream for a fan favorite come true. I'm like, this is wonderful. Share your story. This is your moment. Let's hear it. Okay. So this is, the title is Hilly is fan favorite. What? Oh my goodness. I was very surprised to hear my phone beep while I was making my mother's birthday dinner. I was not expecting anyone, let alone you guys. Of course, I would love to be your fan favorite. Actually, she says, your fan fave. I enjoy listening to you guys so much, which you already know. It isn't even about the stories, though some of them have been really good ones. I love some.
She's like, some of them are fine.
Some of them are okay.
Some of them suck. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I love, all capital letters, listening to you both chat and chuckle. I especially love it when the laughing is out of hand and you just squeal and gasp for air. It really does remind me so much of how Rebe and I are.
Oh.
Rebe is her sister. If only I were so lucky to have her as my freaking neighbor. I digress. Yeah. We love your show, blah, blah, blah. You know all the things, and I appreciate being invited to be a fan favorite. Like you say, blah, 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 but I was here for it. Now, the timing on this is immaculate, though it feels entirely self-serving. It feels weird, but I've had to learn how to ask for things, like help, since this nasty little divorce went down. So here's my deal. Maybe insert a trigger warning. So I already did.
Mm-hmm.
The first 5 years of my life, I grew up watching my dad physically assault my mom. I vowed as a small child I would never let anyone hurt me like that. I stayed very true to that statement. What I did not realize was that abuse comes in many forms. And so the emotional torment and mental abuse and the financial abuse, etc., which I put up with for 24 years of marriage, seemed like, well, damn, I guess I signed up for that when I said the whole till death do us part at St. Agnes all those years ago. I thought since he had not physically hurt me, I was not in an abusive situation, which, come to find out, is a completely insane thing to think. I was scared. I felt extraordinarily trapped in a not good situation. I can't describe actually how scary it was, not just making the right decision to get out of this bad situation and understanding the immediate ramifications of my actions, but also how scary I knew it would be trying to make life work. I had given up my career to raise our 4 children, And to go from not being the moneymaker to, well, the provider of all the things, yikes, is an understatement. Once I asked for the divorce, things quickly escalated. It was a very dangerous situation. We were under constant threat of all sorts of physical violence.
Oh, no.
We were under constant surveillance. Remember her story?
I do. I think about that story all the time.
I was assaulted, threatened. The doctors, among many friends and family members, think I was poisoned.
Oh my gosh.
In other words, I want to tell your listeners that abuse has a multitude of forms.
Ugh.
And it's often very hard to recognize in one's own situation because it is often a slow escalation, especially when the one presents as a perfect family in the perfect house in the perfect town. I want your listeners to know that they are not alone, and there are many places that they can get help. Honestly, you can connect them with me. I am being so serious. I am happy to talk about what I went through to everyone.
Aww.
I would like to give you the information to the National Domestic Abuse Hotline. Their number is 800-799-7233, as well as letting them know to contact your local Y, which I didn't even think about this.
Yeah.
I just recently joined the Y.
Yeah.
Been going there to just walk on the treadmill. That's all I thought it was for.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, without the Y helping and getting resources of all kinds, including, God bless them, groceries and gas at times, I would not have made it. And my kids would not have made it, at least not well. It was a terrifying time, which I am now thankfully out of.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you're out of it too.
Absolutely. We are safe. And in spite of a very incredibly loving town full of people who helped me in so many ways, I felt very, very alone. I need your listeners to know that they are not alone. For real, you should be comfortable giving folks my contact info if they ever ask you about that one time you had a fan favorite who went through that mess. Also, and here is where I feel the timing is perfect and self-serving. And I'm like, no, it's not. This is what I wanted fan favorite to be. This is not self-serving. I wanted fan favorite to be self-serving. It's a thank you. So you're like, thank you. Now you get to do something for yourself.
Yeah. We're like, thank you. You're not. You're like, thank you.
Oh, no. Yeah. Like we're
thankful.
We are so
what
thankful
can we
for
pump
you.
Up for?
Please tell us something that we can promote. I just in capital letters, set up a GoFundMe, which I didn't want to do because it felt like I was asking for help, which I am, but it is needed. As mentioned earlier, asking for help is not my strong suit, but I am improving. I set up a GoFundMe so that I can start my own small business in town. No longer Luke's. It will be called Hillary's. Since I was no longer in the position to buy my beloved Luke's, I decided I needed to leave because I was working just as hard and a crazy amount of hours as if I still was in the process. I was not seeing my kiddos and barely paying the bills. The divorce left me financially devastated, though I have my kiddos free and clear. All money was taken. Upon stating I wanted a divorce, I was immediately frozen from all of my own assets, including for a while my own paychecks. Golly.
Oh my gosh.
Which kept being deposited into a bank I no longer could access. Savings had been funneled away. Luckily, the IRS caught up on that one this year. I had not a penny. My beautiful town stepped in and shielded me in a way that even now, typing this makes me cry.
Aww.
It was unreal. To feel so protected and loved from an entire town, I cannot tell you. It was unbearably wonderful, and it is why we were able to survive all of this mess. I need a way to do for my family and my community what I plan to do for Luke's. They deserve it, and honestly, I owe it to them. I do have a few friends who have decided to be investors, but I still need more for a startup phase. In a nutshell, Hillary's will be a gelato. This sounds amazing.
Ooh, I love gelato.
I know. Hillary's will be a gelato cafe with an exquisite hand-selected gift section.
Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at giving gifts.
Well, we could go get gelato and pick one out.
I love that.
Which will focus on bespoke, locally made goods. We will... What is bespoke here?
Listen, I don't know. But
you know how to pronounce
they're
it.
Like, I know I've been targeted for commercials because I got Kevin like a bespoke box for his birthday one year.
What's a bespoke box?
It's like a bunch of like cool little things that you wouldn't think to buy yourself. But then like in the advertisement, it looked really cool. But then the things that this company kept sending me, I was like, Well, that's not very cool.
Well, that's not very bespoke.
So we got rid of it. So I don't know exactly what that term means because I've heard it not just with that. I thought that was like the company name, which it is. Bespoke Box is the company name.
Okay.
This is not an advertisement, clearly.
Don't go
their
there.
Stuff kind of sucks.
Go to Hillary's.
Go to Hillary's and pick it out yourself. I think it's just like from context, I would say it's like cool things that you wouldn't immediately think, oh, I'll buy that from, like, I need this. But if you got it, you'd be like,
they're like
oh, this
luxury
is cool.
things. Like you enjoy having them.
Like the bourbon smoker was one of the things we got from there. That was the best thing we got from the Bespoke Box.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're just like luxury. You
Yeah.
normally wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Which will focus on bespoke, locally made goods. We will be an eco-friendly small business which will support the many talented artists and artisans in my area.
Oh, that's so cool.
And provide a place to relax and enjoy life for a while. Hillary's will feel like a hug.
Oh,
love it.
That's amazing.
So what I am asking is for you to plug the GoFundMe for Hillary's. After getting out of the mess, which was my life, this will greatly help my family and I start not a new chapter, but a new book. A happy and healthy book full of love and happiness and community. I want people to know that goodness and love will always win and that they do not need to be stuck in a bad situation. I want to be a proof of concept that survival and love is beautiful and that we all deserve it. Also, I do realize some of the incentives I have will be a moot point for Louisville's listeners and your wider audience. I'm trying to figure out what I could do for those who donate locally to you. I'm like, no.
Fine, Hillary, I'll come stay at your cool house.
Oh, don't worry, we get an invitation in a minute. We get an invitation and we are gonna take her up on it. But I'm like, no. That's what a donation is for.
Yeah.
We don't want anything in return.
Right.
No, you take what you would buy in return, unless you like contacted Honey Brothers. You're like, hey, donate to my donators, like so that she doesn't have to buy anything.
I don't understand what you just said.
Okay, here we go. I'm trying to figure out what I could do for those who donate locally to you. What local shops I could enlist to help with a little bonus award.
Oh.
I'm going to look into Heine Brothers, among others.
Oh, that's why that didn't make sense. You hadn't read that line yet. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I just don't want her to call Heine Brothers and be like,
yeah, don't do
I'll
it.
pay you $100 to give my donator. No.
No, if you can donate to Hillary, donate to Hillary. Yeah. And when you get to
don't
go
expect anything in return
to Stars Hollow, which is not what it's actually called, but sounds like Stars Hollow, that's where you go and you go to Hillary's.
Exactly.
Hillary, you do not. We don't need anything.
You don't have to get us anything. It's an honor to get to donate.
Yeah,
to you.
You're such a rock star. Right? You don't need to give us anything
because supporting locally is part of what this whole thing is about. I adore you both. I weirdly feel like I know you. And when next I visit, I want to do drinks sisters to sisters, especially since you already know one of mine. And when Hillary's is up and running, I want you to come and do a live show.
Oh my gosh. That'd be amazing.
If not at the shop, perhaps in my fantastic old barn in the center of the cutest town you have never visited.
Oh.
Of course, I would hope you guys will totally stay with us. Thanks for everything. I am humbled that you thought of me enough to be selected as the fan fave. Have a wonderful day, Hillary.
Oh, Hillary. What an incredible story. You are a super woman.
Right?
Women are incredible.
Women really are incredible.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you had to go through any of that hardship, but you were so strong despite it.
So strong.
So thank you, Hillary. You're fantastic. And
absolutely.
If you can help with that GoFundMe, we'll absolutely put it in the show notes. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's a little bit tight right now, but we will put some money in there too. Because I want that gelato when I get over there.
Heck yeah, we do.
Do we know what state she's in? Like, I truly don't know. It's Stars Hollow to me.
Could be out in California. Could be right up there in Ohio. No idea.
I'm picturing Vermont.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah, I just feel like it's up.
That's a road trip.
I feel like it's up in that region.
It sounds like warm and cozy and kind of in some mountains,
Not warm and cozy. Cool, but warm inside.
Well, like
and
when
cozy.
You're in Hillary's and you're going to eat gelato, you're going to be nice and warm and cozy. And ooh, it's so warm and cozy in here. I think I need some gelato to cool off.
I'm picturing beautiful falls. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Autumns.
Pumpkin spice gelato.
Any of our listeners in other countries who really make fun of us for saying fall. Not us particularly.
They do?
Not us, but like people in other countries think it's
the
so
leaves
dumb.
Fall.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's stupid.
You're being
what
so
a
literal.
Stupid way to
You're being
call
so literal.
a season. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, we don't call like winter snow.
Yeah, no, we don't. Colder weather, we don't call it that season.
No, we don't.
We call it winter.
Yeah, it's fine. Get over it.
I have to pee so bad. So we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
You guys are incredible. Hillary, you are literally a superhero. We love you so much. And if you need to reach out to Hillary, please do not hesitate to DM us and we will get you in contact with her if you can't find her on Facebook.
That's right.
You can rate, review, subscribe anywhere you listen. You can write in at myskepticalsister@gmail.com or at www.myskepticalsister.com where you can find our website where you can contact us, plus our P.O. box. You can also find our how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you a sticker, a magnet, bonus content every week, and $5 a month gets you all that plus our movie night once a month. You can follow us on our socials. Facebook for now, Instagram for now, TikTok is probably already gone and we haven't posted anything in a while.
I'm so glad for that. I'm sorry. I just realized I'm not all sad about TikTok.
I'm so sad about TikTok, not for our account purposes, but whatever. Also, I don't really want to be a part of Facebook or Instagram anymore. So I don't know what's in our future, but
yeah. What did we all think about blue skies? What about red? No, I don't like the color red.
Well, I'm a little bit leery of Red Note. Like Red Note is like literally communism coded, which is a little bit scary to just like sign up for. So you do you, everybody.
I'm gonna follow Stephanie. I feel like she's a smart lady.
I feel good about Blue Note. I kind of feel I'm interested in thinking about Discord because I've gotten used to.
Yeah.
Like if we went to Discord, we could have a free Discord page where we can all comment on there. We can post pictures. We can do all that.
Okay.
And that's like just our page.
Okay.
I think the only thing keeping me to Facebook is our group and my old pictures. Those are like the only things that.
Yeah, I need to download all my pictures.
Yeah, so if I get all my pictures off, I don't need Facebook anymore. And I'm definitely thinking about it.
Agreed.
And I can help you guys out with Discord as much as I know, which isn't a lot, but I'll do my best. Can you tell I have to pee? I'm talking so fast. I love you all. I got to pee. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.
Farvel. Danish.
La 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 la.
I think the quiet part's my favorite part every week.
Try every week. I really do try. I thought, this is the perfect time to take a nice quiet sip. Never works out.
Okay, we'll do it again just in case.
A woman.
Don't do that again. That sounded choppy.
You sound choppy. Bitch. Grandmother coming in and sitting down.
Hold on, she's coming in fast. Oh, Ellie, that
did it
was
gracefully.
So impressive.
Good job, girl. She was like a spy.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, there you go.